What is up, guys? It's the Sound Alchemist, part of One Mind Syndicate, and today I'm back to talk about Warhammer 40K. So in this one, I will be going over the lore for the newest campaign for 9th edition Warhammer 40K, and that is the Arks of Omen. So this is going to be a 4-part series where we talk about each of the books that come out for this campaign that pits new rules, new lore, and new types of sculpts coming out for the Warhammer 40K universe. In this first book, Book 1, Abaddon, we see the beginnings of a new demigod, and we see how they're trying to shape the galaxy to better chaos overall. So without further ado, let's go ahead and dive into the lore of the Arks of Omen. The Great Rift, otherwise known as the Cicatrix Maledictum, has torn the galaxy in half. This warp anomaly has awoken ancient Xenos to once again wage war across the stars. The veil of reality flickers as warp demons pour out in droves. Coming off of the Vigilus campaign, Abaddon the Despoiler readies his armies to once again attack the Imperium of Man. But a demonic vortex opens up within his flagship. Vashtor the Archifane makes his presence known. Referring to himself as a demigod of technology and innovation, the arms broker of the Chaos Gods, Vashtor wishes to become a 5th Chaos God. And to do this, he's orchestrated many events throughout the galaxy. The two make a deal and decide to work together to further both of their goals, through a weapon of untold power, the Silver Key. This artifact has been shattered across the stars, and as such, they must be recovered. The first fragment lies within the Fortress Monastery of the Iron Angels Space Marine chapter. Under the assault of both Vashtor and Abaddon's forces, the chapter is utterly decimated, and Chaos recovers the first fragment, a marble pillar within a stasis field. The amount of fragments and their location is unknown, but Vashtor is able to track them through their warp signature, and together with Abaddon's Chaos Marines warbands and the demonic hordes that he controls, this impossible feat can be within their reach, especially with the addition of the demon Primarch Angron and his World Eaters. In order to transport this massive chaos force across the galaxy, Vashtor summons forth multiple space hulks from the warp, some millennia years old, and fuses them together to create these gigantic vessels of metal and demon, the Arks of Omen. These arks were then boarded and cleansed of any life form within. Abaddon then gifted these arks to his commanders and sent them off to gather the fragments of the key. A dozen arks streaked across the void, and blood began to spill. The Eldari were the first to piece together what exactly was happening here. In order to slow Chaos's treasure hunt, they reached out to the Imperium. Dante of the Blood Angels and Inquisitor Cotiaz dispatched their forces. All across the galaxy, it's chaos versus everyone. Who will gather the fragments first and unlock this unspeakable power? And with that being said, guys, this concludes Book 1 of the Arks of Omen, Abaddon. So, not much happened here, but at the same time, a lot happened. This book pretty much just kind of sets the stage for the next 3 books to come. If you are unaware, we have Book 1, Abaddon, Book 2, Angron, Book 3, Vashtor, and then a secret Book 4. But we can infer that this new book will feature the likes of the Orcs and the Tau with Commander Farsight. Rumor has it that perhaps his Dawnblade is one of these fragments of the Silver Key, but we'll just have to wait and see to see what unveils with that. But like I said, this first book did do a huge reveal. We have a new demigod in the galaxy, and that is the demigod of technology, of innovation, of basically marvels that have to do with technology. It is stated that the Space Marines, any STCs, the Dark Age of Technology, all of these are technological marvels, and these helped to create a demigod known as Vastor the Archifane. He has been basically providing demon engines to the forces of chaos, and he is kind of neutral in this. He doesn't favor Khorne, Tzeentch, Slaanesh, etc., Nurgle. He's his own chaos god, so we can kind of see him as a Malao of sorts. He's kind of brokering and taking advantage of all the chaos gods to further his own agenda, but at the same time he's not strong enough to take them on. So that is why he has allied with Abaddon the Despoiler to basically use his army, his forces of chaos, to go on a treasure hunt to find the fragments of the Silver Key, which will then unlock a vault of untold power. And apparently this power is what will help Abaddon destroy the Imperium and also help this demigod Vastor ascend to the 5th Chaos God. Will this actually happen? We'll have to wait and see. I don't see Abaddon gaining this power to, take on the Imperium and finally sit upon the Golden Throne, because that'll clearly just end the 40K storyline then and there, because that's pretty much what he's been trying to do. Just like any other demon, I feel like Vastor isn't being 100% truthful to Abaddon, just using him to achieve his goal towards becoming the Chaos Gods. And I think Abaddon will know this near the end, and there'll be some infighting going on. But before then, we will have to see the events of Book 2 Angron, which I am currently writing right now, so stay subscribed so you guys can get the lore for Book 2 Angron, which is pretty crazy, because we get the reveal of a freaking demon Primarch. So first it was a new demigod, now we have a demon Primarch, and then we will see Vastor, his rules, and everything like that in the 3rd book, and then we'll see a new sculpt for Commander Farsight, and we'll see the conclusion of this epic. Now, it's pretty much confirmed that once the Arks of Omen storyline is over, it will lead us into 10th edition, so no matter what happens, it's going to be pretty game-changing, and we'll see just exactly how the events of 10th edition are shaped by the Arks of Omen storyline. So thank you guys for watching, thank you guys for listening. Again, stay subscribed so you guys can get part 2 of the lore coming out next week. And if you guys do like what we do here at One Mind Syndicate, liking, commenting, sharing does a lot. You guys can go the extra mile by supporting us via our Patreon page or by giving us a super thanks here on YouTube. All your support is greatly appreciated. But with that being said, this has been the Sound Alchemist, part of One Mind Syndicate, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.